There's no way this could be the next winner in the Squid Game Season 3. Let's take a look into that right now. If you want Ji-hoon to win in Season 3, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. 3 standout characters from Squid Game Season 2 are most likely candidates to win the games. The story of Squid Game Season 2 takes place years after the first season, and follows Ji-hoon as he returns to the games to help other players, and tries to put an end to the games once and for all. After seeing Ji-hoon and Sam's first mission to the games in Season 1, I think he wants the games again, and asks for help. The cast of Squid Game Season 2 includes Lee Jung-jae, Lee Byung-hun, and Wai Ha-jun, who reprise their roles as Ji-hoon, In-ho, and Jun-ho. However, in addition to the returning cast members, there are also several new characters in Squid Game Season 2. Lee Jung-jae despises Wai Ha-jun, but he recruits several players to join his rebellion. While several characters join him, many stay behind. Several characters die at the end of Squid Game Season 2, but there are still a few players who are alive that have a strong chance of winning the games in Season 3. Of course, it is also possible that Squid Game Season 3 won't feature a proper winner, depending on how things proceed. However, if a winner is declared in Season 3, it will most likely be Junhee, Gunjae, or Haewonju, Haya Anju Aminu Aziosua. They all got D150, which is Haewon. Before I get into why these 3 players could possibly win in Squid Game Season 3, I'm going to be talking about Junhee really quick, and why it would be a very heartbreaking death if she didn't win the games. In Squid Game Season 2, Junhee decides to enter the games despite being pregnant. Several characters in Squid Game Season 2 clue into the fact that Junhee is pregnant and decide to play with her to protect both her and her baby. For example, both Ji-hoon and In-ho protect her during Mingle, one of the best games in Squid Game Season 2. In-ho, who is actually their frontman, also seems to have taken interest in Junhee. Therefore, it is possible that he will protect her in Squid Game Season 3. In addition to In-ho, the father of Junhee's baby, Myung-gi, will also likely protect her in the future games, even though Junhee and Myung-gi are not together. He tries to prove to her that he wants to be there for her and their baby in Squid Game Season 2. In addition to the several players determined to keep her alive, it would also be far too tragic for Junhee to die while she's pregnant. Squid Game has established itself as a very dark show, but killing a pregnant woman would be crossing the line. Alright guys, so let's talk about one of the possible winners, Jeum-ja. Jangum-ja winning would be very satisfying, yet equally tragic if her son dies. Jangum-ja is the first player in Squid Game Season 2 to notice that Junhee is pregnant. Jangum-ja is a caring person who also has a connection to another player in the games. Jangum-ja is playing the games with her son, Yongsik. Jangum-ja and Yongsik have one of the most interesting dynamics in Squid Game Season 2, as their relationship is consistently tested throughout the season. During the game Mingae, they are even split up, which causes Yongsik to break down crying. In Squid Game Season 2, Gumja tells her son that she would have no reason to live if he died. While this is understandable, this conversation could tense the eventual winner in Squid Game Season 3. It would be tragic if Gumja won the games and had to go on living without her son. This would make a bittersweet ending, and Gumja would likely feel the same amount of guilt that Ji-hoon felt after winning Squid Game Season 1. Alright guys, so let's talk about Haewonju now. Cho Haewonju stole the show in Season 2 and has what it takes to win. Neither Junhee or Gumja joined Ji-hoon's rebellion at the end of Squid Game Season 2. This made sense, as neither of them are skilled fighters and would be very vulnerable against the masked men. However, Haewonju proves to be a vulnerable fighter in the battle against the masked men. Haewonju is a transgender woman who joined the games to afford gender-affirming care and to move to Thailand, where she'll be more accepted. As someone with a military background, Haewonju proves that she has what it takes to win the games in Squid Game Season 2. At the end of Season 2, Haewonju returns to the players' chambers to collect more ammo, but is interrupted by several masked men who enter the room. Therefore, Haewonju may not be identified as Ji-hoon's rebels and will likely be given a chance to play more games in Squid Game Season 3. She also has a very extravagant background knowledge on military since she was in the Air Force. This gives her a bigger advantage compared to the other players because she knows how to defend herself and how to use guns when needed. And the final player to possibly win as we know him, as we all know him, is Jihoon. The only reason why Jihoon would end up winning again is because he is just the main character and everyone loves him. But that's it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and hopefully you found this video informative. These are the 3 most likely players to win in Squid Game Season 3. If you think so as well, make sure to let me know down below what your conspiracy thoughts are. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out and take care.